Good morning, Algebra 1. We are going to be doing lesson 73 this morning. This is May 4th. I'm going to split this video into two parts, two videos that I'll be giving to you, so make sure you watch both of them. The title of this lesson is Factoring the Difference of Two Squares. That's the first part I'm going to do. Factoring the difference of two squares. Okay, the difference meaning that we're going to be subtracting. That's what difference means. You're subtracting two squares. This is a perfect square and 25 is a perfect square. Okay, the square root of 4p squared is 2p, because if we multiply 2p times 2p, that gives us 4p squared, right? Okay, now you can notice one of these is positive and the other one is negative, okay? And we know that if we multiply a positive and a negative together, we're going to get a negative, right? So what happens to the nomials that are in the middle? Well, if I multiply 2p times 2p, I get 4p squared. If I multiply 2p times negative 5, I'm going to get negative 10p, right? And then if I multiply positive 5 times positive 2p, I'm going to get positive 10p, okay? So if I'm adding these two together, they cancel each other out, right? They cancel each other out, and I'm left with the final multiplication right here, which is positive 5 times negative 5, which is negative 25, and I'm back to my original problem. So if I'm factoring the difference of two squares, this original problem right here, my final answer is going to be 2p plus 5 times 2p minus 5. And that's how I factor the difference between two squares. Okay, I wanted to do a couple more examples of this problem. Okay. This is the next one. It starts off with negative 4 plus x squared. All right. So I want to switch the order of these nomials right here. Switch the order of them, and I'm going to rewrite it as x squared minus 4. All right. Now I do have this, the same problem. However, now when I factor this out, it's going to look a little bit prettier, okay? I factor x squared, obviously it's x and x. X times x equals x squared. Now I'm going to have one of them be a positive. The square of 4 is obviously 2, and one of them be a negative, right? And there we have it. X times x is x squared. X times negative 2 is negative 2x, and then positive 2 times x is positive 2x. They're going to cancel each other out, and I finish off with positive 2 times negative 2 is minus 4. So I'm back to my original problem, and this is me factoring the difference between two squares, okay? Just have to rewrite it once in a while. And I wanted to do the last example. This is 73.4. We're going to be factoring two squares again. It starts off with negative 36, x to the 6th, y to the 4, right? Plus 49a squared, plus 49a squared. Okay, this is another one where I need to rewrite this. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite it as 49a squared minus 36 x to the 6, y to the 4, right? Okay, now we know if we multiply, when I get over to this side right here, if we multiply the same variable that has exponents, we're going to be adding the exponents, right? So for example, this would be, if x to the 6 would be x to the 3 times x to the 3, we would be adding exponents to get x to the 6, right? So now what's the perfect square of 49a squared? The perfect square of 49a squared would be 7, because 7 times 7 is 49a, right? Finish off my parentheses right here. So I have 7a over here. One of them is going to be a positive. We'll make the first one positive. Second one negative, so my final answer is going to be negative. So what's the square of 36? The square of 36 is 6. What's the square of x to the 6th power? Sorry, I didn't give myself enough room. Right there is x to the 3. And the square of y to the 4 is y to the 2. So we have over here 6x3, y to the 2. If you want to check your answer to see what answer you finally come back, remember this is our original problem right here. You know that they're going to cancel out in the middle. 7a times 6x3 y2 is going to be negative 42, whatever it is, okay? Then you're going to multiply this one by positive, and it's going to be just the opposite. It's going to be a positive. Okay, I have two positives here, and I have a positive and a negative here. They're going to cancel each other out, and then when I finally multiply 6x to the 3 times 6x to the 3 y to the 2 times negative 6x to the 3 y to the 2, I'm going to finish off getting 36x6 y4. Okay? Pretty easy lesson. Oh, and I'll be right back. Watch the second video. I'm going to do the second part, which is probability without replacement.